Good day, everyone. So this is the continuation of differential calculus. So let's start with maxima minima. So ito ay ginagawa for optimization. Okay? So in geometry and applied fields, we are often encountered problems in which the maximum and the minimum value of some quantity is required. So in general, these values may be found by proceeding the following. So una, we need to express the quantity to be maximized or minimized in terms of single variable para mas madali ang differentiation na gagawin natin. And then number two, differentiate the function determined in number one and set the derivative equal to 0. So, isi-zero natin yung derivative. Then, solve 2 for values of the variable and determine by inspection or otherwise whether they maximize or minimize the given quantity. So, let's try. Okay, so number 1. So, what number exceeds its square by the maximum amount? So, ano daw in Tagalog? So, ano daw number ang mas malaki pa sa kanyang square by the maximum amount? Okay. So, paano natin malalaman na yung isang number ay mas malaki kaysa sa isang number? So, simple lang yan, no? Kapag ka tawag dito, kapag ka yung number, itong number na to ay, tawag dito, ay mas malaki sa kanya number. So, paano natin malalaman if a number is greater than its square? So, syempre, yung difference itong number, o minus itong number na i-square natin must be a positive. Okay? So, doon natin malalaman. Okay? And by using this equation, so ito yung sinasabi ng maximum amount. So, let's call it y, the maximum amount. And then, this is the number minus yung square niya. So, pagka itong number na to is positive and pagka mayroon pang ibang number na pwede pa rin naman tawag dito, pwede pa rin niyang mag-fall under this condition. Number exceeds its square. Ito, number exceeds its square. So, kaya lang, maraming number na ganun. So, pero pinapanap sa atin maximum amount. So, paano natin mahanap yon? So, we need to create the equation and ito yung na-create natin equation. So, this is the number, this is its square, and then ito yung difference nila. So, para malaman natin na positive. Okay? So, ano daw unang gagawin? I-derive. Okay? So, ang derivative nitong y is y prime minus derivative ng x is 1 and then derivative naman nitong x squared is 2x. And then sabi, iseset daw yung derivative as 0. Okay? So, isi-zero natin yan. And then, after natin yung ma-zero, so, i-equate natin yan, no? I-equate natin yan sa 0. Then, transpose lang. So, magiging 2x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1 half. So, yun na yung ating answer. So, pagka chinecking natin, okay, check natin. So, i-check natin. So, checking. So, check natin. So, y is equal to 1 half minus 1 half squared. Okay? So, y is equal to 1 half minus 1/4. So, anong sagot natin dito? So, 1 half minus 1/4 is 1/4. No? Y is equal to 1/4. So, if we will going to try other fraction, okay, let's say, maglagay tayo dito. Mag-try tayo dito. Let's say y is equal to, let's say 1/3. minus 1/3 square. Yan. So, ano kayang kakalabasan nito? So, 1/3 minus 1/9 is equal to, so 2/9. So, pero, mas malaki pa rin si 1/4 kaysa kay 2/9. So, therefore, lahat ng fraction, pagka in-square natin sila, it exceeds the number. Okay? But, yung maximum amount na pinapaharap sa atin ay yung 1/2. Okay? So, ito yung ating final answer. Okay, next. So, what positive number added to its reciprocal gives the minimum sum? Okay, minimum sum naman. So, ito mas madali itong i-create na equation. Ito yung x, the number, plus, nalagyan na x, plus reciprocal, and then ito yung minimum sum. Okay, so anong gagawin natin dyan? I-derive natin. Derivative ng x is 1. Derivative nitong 1 over x is negative 1 over x squared. So, is equal to y prime. So, and then, papalitan natin ng 0 yung y prime, yung derivative. Then, equate lang natin. So, equate natin. So, 1 is equal to 1 over x squared. And then, transpose, cross multiply. So, x squared is equal to 1. Square root nito, x is equal to positive negative 1. Okay, so dalawang sagot. So, pag tiningnan natin, pwede kaya yung parehong ano? Check natin. So, 1, check natin. So, we have 1 plus 1 over 1 is equal to 2. Okay. So, pwede ang positive. Okay. Pag kaya negative, negative 1 plus 1 over negative 1 is equal to negative 2. Okay. So, kaya lang, ang sabi sa atin, what positive number? No? So, although pwede sila pareho, pero although root sila ni x, so ang final answer natin is positive 1 lang. Kasi yun lang yung pinapahanap sa atin. Positive number. Okay, next. The sum of no number is k. Find the minimum value of the sum of this square. Okay, so halimbawa, x plus y is equal to k. And then, the sum, find the minimum value of the sum of their square. So, minimum value of the sum of their square. So, ang x squared plus y squared, hindi siya equal sa k squared. So, lagyan natin ng ibang value, z. So, ngayon, alin sa dalawa ang gagamitan natin or i-derive natin? So, ang pinapa-minimize sa atin is yung sum of their square. So, ibig sabihin, itong equation na to ang i-derive natin. Okay? So, ito, palitan natin, gawin nating y is equal to k minus x. So, bakit ko siya ginawa ganon? Kasi, di ba sabi sa atin kanina, mas maganda, express natin in single variable lang. So, isa-substitute natin to dito. And then, ito, hindi naman to variable tong z. Constant yan. Okay? So, pwede ko siguro gawing a para hindi tayo malito. Gawin natin a para constant siya. Okay? So, sa-substitute muna natin. So, x squared plus k minus x quantity squared is equal to a. And then, x squared plus uh, so, k squared minus 2kx plus x squared is equal to a. Then we have 2x squared plus k squared minus 2kx equal to a. So, ito ngayon ang i-derive natin. So, derivative niyan, so susulit ko muna ulit. 2x squared plus k squared minus 2kx is equal to a. So, derivative dito is 4x plus. So, since ang k natin ay ano siya, dito, constant din ng k natin. So, ang derivative niya ay 0 minus ito ay 2k. Is equal to 0 din to. Oh, sorry. dA over dx. And then ito, gagawin nating 0. So, maging ganito na lang siya. Okay? So, yan. So, after that, 4x is equal to 2k. So, pinapahanap sa atin ng value ng x. So, divided by 4 will become x equal to 2 over 4k or 1 half k. Okay? So, nakuha na natin yung value ng k. Hanapin naman natin yung value ng x. So, ang value ng x, y is equal to k minus x. Value ng y pala. So, y is equal to k minus 1 half k is equal to 1 half k din. No? So, bali ang value ng x at y ay 1 half k and 1 half k. So, kaya lang, ang pinapahanap sa atin, minimum value of the sum of their square. So, pag pinahanap yung minimum value ng sum of their square, so dito ko lang sa taas susulat, ibig sabihin, 1 half k squared plus 1 half k quantity squared is equal to a. So, pag sinold natin yan, we have 1/4 k squared plus 1/4 k squared is equal to a, which will become 1 half k squared is equal to a. So, ito na yung final answer natin. Next, the sum of two positive number is 2. Okay. So, yun yung first ano natin. So, sabihin natin x plus y is equal to 2. Find the smallest value for the sum of the cube of one number and the square of the other. So, cube nito plus square nito is equal to, let's say, a squared. Okay? A pala, a. So, ito, express muna natin ito, y is equal to 2 minus x. And then, substitute natin dito, x cubed plus 2 minus x squared is equal to a. So, this will become x cubed plus 4 minus 4x plus x squared is equal to a. This will become x cubed plus x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to a. So, i-derive natin to. Ang derivative nito is 3x squared plus 2x minus 4 plus 0 is equal to dA over dx. Okay, then, isi-zero na natin yon. So, we have 3x squared plus 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. So, ginawa natin 0 yung dA over dx. So, mahirap siyang, pwede natin siya i-solve by factoring or kung gusto nyo, gamitan na lang natin ng calculator technique. Ano? Bukas lang ako ng calculator. Then, share screen tayo. Share. Okay, so, Peter. Oops, calculator. Yan. So, paano natin? Type natin sa calcu. Hanapin nyo lang sa calcu nyo kung paano papaganahin. So, we have equation. And then, yung second degree, number 3. So, kukunin natin yung roots. So, yung mga constant, 3, 2, and negative 4. Mga constants natin. So, 0.8685170.891 yung roots, tsaka negative 1.535183.758. So, yan yung mga roots, no? So, isusulat na lang natin. Okay? So, again, ang roots natin dito ay x sub 1 is equal to 0.86 0.860 sorry 0. So, x sub 1 is equal to 0.86 85170918, and then x sub 2 is equal to negative 1.535183.758. Okay, yan yung ah mga ano, mga dito, mga roots. Okay. So, kailangan natin kunin ngayon yung y value. So, using this equation, yan, y is equal to 2 minus x. Kunin na lang natin yung y sub 1. So, y sub 1 is equal to, so dito lang natin tapat. So, y sub 1 is equal to 1.131482.908, and y sub 2 naman natin is so y sub 2 hindi na natin kukunin, no? So bakit pwedeng hindi na natin kunin? Kasi sabi naman sa problem kanina, two positive number. So okay na yung x sub 1 tsaka x sub 2. X sub 1 tsaka y sub 1. So hindi na natin gagamitin to x sub 2 kasi negative to. Okay? So pag binigyan natin number, find the smallest value for the sum. Okay? So ibig sabihin, yung value ni x sub 1, i-cube natin plus value ni y sub 1 i-square natin. Kukunin natin yung value ng a. So, kayo na magsagot. At ang makukuha natin dyan ay 1.93, no? So, hindi ko na sinulat para makatipid tayo ng space. 0.68. So, yan yung answer natin. Okay. So, next. So, what should be the shape of a rectangular field of a given area if it is to be enclosed by the least amount of fencing? So, medyo nakakatawa yung problem, no? Kasi sinabi, what is the shape ng rectangular area? Ay, di rectangle, no? Pero let's try to prove nga if the answer is rectangle. So, sabi, if it is to be enclosed by the least amount of fencing. So meron tayong given area. So, ang area ng rectangle is length times width. Okay? And then, meron tayong perimeter ng fence na ang perimeter ng fence natin is perimeter is equal to 2L plus 2W. Okay? So, for this problem, uh, kailangan nating both ma-maximize yung area and yung fencing, which is yun yung perimeter. So, kailangan natin i-maximize to pareho. Okay? So, pag ganyan, kailangan nating i-derive pareho. Kasi, nakadepende sa area yung perimeter and vice versa. Kaya, kailangan natin itong i-maximize pareho. So, edi i-derive natin, no? So, derivative nito is dA over d. With respect to L tayo mag-derive. D sub L. Then, ito, since implicit differentiation to, so, and ito ay naka-UV, so, UV plus BD on derivation nito. Kaya, L, derivative ng W is W prime plus W, derivative ng L with respect to L is 1. So, yun yung derivative nun. Dito naman sa kabila, so medyo ililipat ko to, P is equal to 2L plus 2W. So, ito, we kung with respect to L tayo nag-derive, with respect to L din to. So, dP over dL is equal to 2 plus 2W prime. Okay? Yan yung derivative. Tapos, i-equate natin to sa 0. And then also ito. Since may dalawa tayong equation, pwede natin ito pag-compare, no? So, gawin natin itong W prime L is equal to negative W. Then, W prime is equal to negative W over L. Dito naman, magiging negative 2 divided by W prime. So, this will be W prime is equal to negative 1. Yan. So, since may dalawa tayong W prime, pwede natin pag-compare yun. No? So, negative W over L is equal to negative 1. So, pinag-compare natin yan. And then, we will have negative W is equal to negative L. O, since pareho siyang negative, times natin sa negative both side, W is equal to L. So, paano pag sinabing length is equal to width? So, it is a square. So, square pala, no? So, by the way, square is, anak siya, rectangle din naman siya. Okay? Next, a rectangular field of a given area is to be fenced off along a river bank. If no fence is needed along the river, what is the shape of the rectangle requiring this amount? No. So, halimbawa, ito yung river bank. Yan yung river. Maglalagay tayo ng fencing material dyan. So, ibig sabihin, tatlong side lang yung lalagyan natin. Itong sa may side ng river, wala na yan. So, yung area ng rectangle natin is A is equal to WL pa din, no? W times L. Pero, yung perimeter niyan is L plus 2W na lang. Okay? Kasi nga, tinignan natin, wala na siyang fencing doon sa may riverbank. Kaya isa na lang yung length, dalawa yung width. Okay? Mali pala ako. Ang width nga pala ay yung nakaharap. So, 2L plus W. Okay? So, pagka inano natin to, dinerive natin, dA over dL with respect to L. So, ganun ulit, no? LW prime plus W. Ito naman, dP over dL is equal to 2 plus W prime. Okay? So, this will become 0 as well as this one. And then, this will become yan, negative W prime is equal to negative W over L. And then, ito naman, W prime is equal to negative 2. So, pagko-compare natin yon, magiging negative W over L is equal to negative 2. So, negative W is equal to negative 2L times negative 1. So, W is equal to 2L. So, ito yung shape ngayon ng ating 2L. Mali pa. Yan. Okay. So, W is equal to 2L. Okay, next. So, a closed box whose length is twice its width. Okay, sulat natin. Length is twice its width is to have a surface area of 192 square inches. So, paano ba kunin ng square, ang surface area? So, 192 is equal to 2LW plus 2WH plus 2LH. Yan. Okay? And then, find the dimension of the volume of the box when the volume is maximum. So, volume daw ay i-maximize natin. So, V is equal to LWH. So, yun yung kaya need natin i-maximize. So, medyo marami tayong variable, pero with this condition, pwede natin ma-minimize yung mga variables na yon. So, tanggalin ko muna to. So, 192 is equal to 2. Gagamitin natin yung L is equal to 2W. Substitute natin sa lahat ng L. Yan. So, this is 192 is equal to 4W squared plus 2WH plus 4WH. So, magiging 192 is equal to 4W squared plus 6WH. Ayan. And then, we can divide this by, we can express it in terms of H. So, 192 is equal to 4W squared plus 6WH. Pwede nating i-express in terms of H para mamaya gagamitin natin sa volume na LWH. So, yung L papalitan natin ng WH, yung H dito, sorry, yung L papalitan natin ng 2W, ito namang H papalitan natin nung makukuha natin dito. So, 6WH is equal to 4W squared, sorry, 192 minus 4W squared. Okay? So, divided by 6W. So, H is equal to so, ito ay pwede maging 2W. Sorry, 3W. So, 192 divided by 2 is 96. Then, ito ay 2W squared. Yan. So, since volume lang yung kailangan natin i-maximize at hindi yung surface area, so volume lang yung gagamitan natin ng i-derive natin. Pero bago yon, yung L gawin natin 2W, W as is, and then yung H gawin natin 96 minus 2W squared. So, para mas madali siya. And then, makikita natin may mga makakancel dyan. So, we will have 192 ulit, W minus 4W cube over 3. Yan. Or gawin natin itong, lagyan natin dito, 1/3 para hindi tayo mahirapan mamaya mag-derive. So, i-derive natin to ngayon. So, derivative nito is dV over dW kasi W yung ating variable, 1/3. Then, derivative ng 192W with respect to W is 192 minus ito ay magiging 12W squared. Yan. Then, equate natin sa 0. So, itong 1/3 na to, 1/3, 192 minus 12W squared. So, ang gagawin natin, yung 1/3 na yan, itatranspose natin doon sa kabila, maging 1/3, maging 3 times 0 na siya. So, 3 over 1 times 0 is equal to 192 minus 12W squared. No? 12W squared. So, maging 0 is equal to 192 minus 12W squared. 12W squared is equal to, not squared, squared na. So, 192, and then, divide natin by 12. W squared is equal to, malapit, 16. So, kunin na lang natin ang roots. So, W is equal to 4. Yan. So, since length is equal to 2W, okay? So, length is equal to 2W, therefore, length is equal to 8. Or 2 times 4, which is equal to 8. And then, H is equal to, ganyan, 96 minus 2W. So, 2 times 4 squared over 3. So, equal to sa 16 over 3 inches. Yan, inches. And then inches. So, ito yung mga answer natin. Yan, so, that's all. Isa pa. So, a box is to be made by cutting a piece of cardboard 9 inches square by cutting equal squares out of the corners and turning up the sides. Find the volume of the largest box that can be made. So, meron daw tayong box. And then yung box, ikakat yung corner. Okay? Tapos, tutupiin. So, find the volume of the largest box that can be made. So, pag tinignan natin, unknown kung gaano kalaki yung ikakat natin. Pero square siya. So, pwede natin sabihin itong x, ito ay x din. So, ito x din, ito x. Yan. So, mga x yan. And then, ibig sabihin, kung 9 inches to, 9 inches yan, 9 inches din to. Therefore, ang length nito ay 9 minus 2x. Ito, 9 minus 2x din. So, lahat ng side. Okay? So, meron na tayong length na 9 minus 2x, meron tayong width na 9 minus 2x, at meron tayong height na x. Kasi pag tiniklop natin yung x, yung magiging height. So, find the volume of the largest box. So, since ito ay volume, V is equal to L, W, H. And V is equal to, ang L natin is 9 minus 2x, ang W natin is 9 minus 2x, at ang width natin is x. Okay? So, para mas madali, etong bago tayo mag-derive, so i-simplify muna natin. Okay? So, this will become 81 minus 36x plus 4x squared times x. And then yung volume niyan is equal to 81x minus 36x squared plus 4x cubed. So, i-derive natin with respect to x. So, ito maging 81 minus 72x plus 12x squared. Yan. So, maging 0 is equal to 81 minus 72x squared plus 12x squared. So, and then, hanapin na lang natin yung roots niyan. So, gamitin ulit natin yung calculator technique. And malalaman natin na ang roots nito ay dito, 9 halves or 4.5 tsaka 3 halves or 1.5. Okay? So, ang tanong, pareho ba natin ito pwedeng gamitin or hindi? Or x sub 1 lang or x sub 2 or both? So, the answer is use 1.5. So, bakit? Kasi, kung babalikan natin to, pag ito ay 4.5, ito ay 4.5 din. Ibig sabihin, 9.5 yung ikakat natin, no? Kung malimbawa, so mauubos yung makakat natin dito. Okay? So, kaya kailangan, again, kung ito ay, let's say, ito ay 9. Eh kung 4.5 yung hatiin mo dito, 4.5 dito, so pag kinat mo yan, wala na matitira dun sa ating square. So, kaya gamitin natin itong mas maliit. And, ano pa? Find the volume. So, pinapanap yung volume. And the volume is equal to, length is equal to, so 9 minus 2x. So, 9 minus 3 is equal to 6. 6 times 1.5. So, volume is equal to 54 inch cube. Okay, so yan na yung ating answer. So, last for the maximum minima. So, find the most economical proportion of a quart can. O, ganun lang kasimple yung question. Pero since quark yan, ibig sabihin, ano yan, cylindrical. Okay, at paano natin malalaman yung most economical? So, gamitin natin yung volume. So, volume nito ay, so ito diameter, ito height. So, 1/4 pi d squared h. Okay? So, and then, i-derive natin siya based sa diameter. Pwedeng dv over dd. So, pag based sa diameter, 4th up, gawin natin itong pi over 4. So, times, so ito ay uv ang derivation nito. Kaya magiging d squared dh prime plus 2d. Yan. Yan yung kanyang derivative. Okay? So, ito yung magiging 0, 1/4 pi, 4, pi over 4 d squared h prime plus d. So, pag tinranspose natin itong pi over 4 sa kabila, or cross multiply rather, magiging 0. So, 0 is equal to d squared h prime plus 2d. So, magiging d squared h prime is equal to negative 2d, and then this will become h prime is equal to negative 2d over d squared, or h prime is equal to negative 2 over d. Okay, so kulang pa tayo. Kasi paano pa natin ano pa maximize natin? Kung na-maximize natin yung volume, also yung surface area. So yung surface area kailangan nating i-maximize. So yung total surface area nito, sabihin natin surface area na lang, is equal to, so 2 times pi over 4 d squared plus pi dh. So yan yung surface area. So i-derive natin to with respect to d kasi with respect to diameter tayo nag-derive. So ito ay maging pi over 2 na lang kasi may 2 times 4 dito times 2d. Plus ito ay pi. So ito ay uv ulit ang derivation. So dh prime plus h. So ito ay magiging 0. Ito ay magiging pi d plus pi dh plus pi h. Okay? So, isa-substitute natin yung nakuha nating value kanina ng h prime na negative 2d. Okay, so 0 is equal to pi d plus pi d times negative d, negative 2 over d plus pi h. So, 0 is equal to pi d plus, magiging negative to. Negative 2 pi, cancel yung d, plus h, pi h. By the way, itong pi h, itong pi, pwede natin itong extract, no? So, extract natin to. 0 is equal to pi. So, d minus 2 plus h. Okay? Tama ba? May nakalimutan pala ako dito. So, this is d2dh. 2dh din pala to. Okay, I forgot the h. Ayan, 2h. Nakalimutan ko yung h. So, dito magkakaroon pa ito ng h. Ito 2h. Ayan. So, 2h. So, 0 is equal to, so yung pi, cross multiply dito sa 0, magiging 0 na rin. So, d minus h na lang kasi 2h plus, negative 2h plus h na lang. So, pag tinignan natin, transpose natin, h is equal to d. So, ibig sabihin, dun sa quark can, so yung diameter niya should be equal to the height, no? So, equal tong dalawa. So that's the end of maxima minima. So next naman is related rate. So Itong related rates, medyo mas madali to kaysa sa maxima minima. Okay, so paano ba mag-related rates? So pag nagre-related rates, ito yung mga steps. Identify what are changing and what are fixed. So ano yung nagbabago at ano yung mga fixed na variable? Ano yung mga fixed natin na variables? So assign variables to those that are changing and appropriate value or constant to those that are fixed. And then create an equation relating all the variables and constant. Tapos i-differentiate natin yan with respect to time lagi. Okay, for this example, water is flowing into a vertical cylindrical tank at the rate of 24 cubic feet per minute. If the radius of the tank is 4 feet, how fast is the surface rising? Okay? So, kung meron tayong vertical cylindrical tank, yan, okay? And then, ang radius ng tank is equal to 4 feet. Yung surface niya ay nagra-rise at a certain level. Yan. And then, may nagpo-flow na 24 cubic feet per minute na volume. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, the surface is rising. So, may change in surface. Pero wala tayong change in radius, syempre. So, since volume yung nag-change, pwede nating i-relate na volume is equal to pi r squared h. Okay? So, and then, in this case, identify natin kung ano yung mga fixed and changing. So, dito sa kaso natin, volume is changing kasi nadadagdagan siya ng 24 cubic feet per minute. So, yung radius ba ay nag-change? Hindi. Kasi kahit madagdagan yung volume niya, fix ang radius natin na 4 feet. So, ibig sabihin, lalagyan ko. So, this is fixed. This is fixed. Sorry. This is changing. This is fixed. Yung height. Pag ba nadadagdagan tayo ng volume, nataas ang height? Of course. So, this is changing. So, pagka changing, constant, pagka changing, i-derive natin. Pagka fixed, i-consider natin to as constant. Okay? So, kaya ang derivative nito with respect to time, dv over dt, ito, fixed to. Okay? So, kaya ito pi r squared. So, fixed yan. Hindi natin siya isasama sa pag-derive. Itong h, changing yan. So, di-derive natin yan. So, ang derivative ng h with respect to time is dh over dt. So, pagka inanalyze natin itong nakuha nating equation, the derivative of volume with respect to time or change in volume with respect to time, alin yun? Ito, 24 cubic feet per minute, nag-change kasi ang volume natin with respect to time. At ano naman to? Derivative of h with respect to t. So, change in height with respect to time. So, alin yun? So, etong pagtaas ng tubig dito sa atin, yung pagtaas ng tubig, yan yung change in height, which is yun yung tanong, how fast is the surface rising? So, eto, yung value nito, yung sasagot dun sa tanong natin. So, may value tong dv over dt natin. So, ito ay 24 cubic feet per minute. So, then, yung r squared natin is 4 feet squared. Then, dh over dt, yan yung hinahanap natin. So, pagka sinagutan natin, we have 24 cubic feet per minute is equal to 16 pi feet squared dh over dt. So, pag kinuha natin yung dh over dt, magkakaroon tayo ng unit na feet per minute, which is tama kasi one-dimensional naman yung pag-rise. And then, the answer is 16 pi divided by 24 divided by 16 pi. So, ang sagot natin is 0.47. Okay, susulat ko lahat. 0.4774648293 feet per minute. So, yun yung ating answer. Okay, next. Water flows in a vertical cylindrical tank. O, ganun ulit, no? Vertical cylindrical tank, 12 feet per minute. Yung pagbuhos, 12 cubic feet per minute. And then the surface rises, no? So, may pag-rise yung surface natin ng 6 inch per minute. So, find the radius of the tank. So, volume pa rin, we are again dealing with volume. So, pi r squared h. So, this is, again, identify the variable and the constant. So, ito ay changing, fixed, changing. So, pagka after nyan, ma-identify natin, di-derive natin with respect to time, dv over dt, pi r squared. Ang h natin is dh over dt. So, pag tinignan natin, ito yung dv over dt natin, change in volume, 12 cubic feet per minute. And then, ito yung nawawala kasi yan yung pinapahanap. As yung change in height natin, ito naman yun, 6 inch per minute. Pero naka-inch per minute yan, gawin natin 0.5 feet per minute para same ng units. Okay? Hindi tayo magkamali. So, pag sinolve natin yan, so r squared is equal to 12 cubic feet per minute divided by 0.5 feet per minute. Tapos meron pa tayo ditong pi. Okay? So, ang r squared natin, okay? So, kunin na natin yung yung r pala. So, kunin natin square root na siya. So, r is equal to 2.763953196 feet. Okay? So, yan yung ating answer. Okay, next, a rectangular trough is 10 foot long and 3 foot wide. Okay? So, find how fast the surface rises if water flows in at a rate of 12 cubic feet per minute. So, meron tayong rectangular trough. Okay? And then, its surface rises at meron tayong flow rate na 12 cubic feet per minute. So, this is 10 feet long and 3 feet wide. So, hindi given yung H. So, volume ng rectangular trough is length with height, no? Length with height. So, pag in-identify natin to, so volume is changing, ang length is fixed, width is fixed, yung height is changing. So, ang i-derive lang natin yan, yung volume at yung H. So, again, with respect to time tayo nagdi-derive, kaya dt. So, LW, ang H natin ay dH over dt. Pag sinubstitute natin yung mga values, we have flow rate na 12 cubic feet per minute. And then, meron tayong length dito na 10 feet. Meron tayong width dito na 3 feet. Tapos, missing yung dH over dt. So, pagka hinanap natin yung dH over dt, so we have 12 cubic feet per minute divided by 10 feet times, ganyan, 3 feet. So, the answer is 0.4 feet per minute. So, napakadali lang ng related rates. Okay, next problem. So, a ladder is 20 feet long. Naka-hinge daw siya against a vertical wall. So, let's say, ito yung ladder. Yan, ladder. It is 20 feet long. 20 feet long siya. And it leans against a wall. So, nag-slide down daw tong top ng 2 feet per second. Okay? And then, the lower end initially is 16 feet from the wall. Okay? So, from this, we can compute, no, ang tanong, how fast the lower end is moving. Okay? So, kung mapapansin natin, kung pababa to, ito naman, itong lower end natin, papaganto yung direction niya, ibig sabihin, mas lumalayo siya dito sa wall. So, ibig sabihin, increasing naman tong ating value na to. So, lagyan natin to ng value na y. No. So, lagyan natin to ng value na x. And by the way, we can compute the other side of the initial, no? So, yung initial height, nung nakalin siya, kung 20 feet to, 16 feet yan. So, using Pythagorean theorem, so this is 12 feet. Okay, using Pythagorean theorem. And paano natin siya isosolve? Eh, di gamitin na rin natin yung Pythagorean theorem, no? So, yung x squared plus y squared is equal to 20 feet. Okay? So, eto, tsaka to, is equal to 20 feet. So, bakit hindi ko ginawang 12 feet squared plus 16 feet squared is equal to 20 feet? Okay? So, since ito naman ay constant, so magzi-zero yan pagka dinerive natin. So, etong x is changing, pero negative yung pag-change niya. Okay? And then, ito naman, changing din, pero positive. So, i-derive natin to. So, derivative ng x squared is equal to 2x dx over dt. Okay? Ba't ako naglagay ng dx over dt? Kasi with respect to time yung pagdi-derive natin. Ano? So, kaya may dx over dt. Ito naman, 2y dy over dt. So, with respect to time. And then, derivative ng constant is 0. So, the next one is 2 times yung x natin is initially 12 feet. Tapos yung dx over dt. So, ibig sabihin, rate ng change ng x is 2 feet per second. Kaya lang, this is negative. So, negative 2 feet per second. Bakit again negative? Kasi pababa siya. Palit ng palit yung value. Plus 2, ang y natin initially 16. And then dy over dt, yan yung hinahanap. Okay? So, we can solve this one. We have negative 48 feet per second is equal to no, minus plus 32 dy over dt is equal to 0. Tama ba? Okay? So, solving for dy over dt, so we will have 48 feet per second divided by 32. So, the answer is 1.5 feet per second. So, tama na positive. So, tama na positive. Ibig sabihin, pag bumaba to ng 2 feet per second, ito naman, lalayo to ng 1.5 feet per second. Okay, next. A man 6 feet tall walks away from a lamp post 16 feet high at a rate of uh, 5 miles per hour. So, how fast does the end of his shadow move? How fast the shadow lengthen? So, yun yung dalawang tanong. So, let's say this is the lamppost, which is 16 feet high. 16 feet. And then, this is the man na 6 feet tall. Okay? So, naglalakad siya away from the lamppost and it casts a shadow. Magkaka-shadow siya dito. Magkaka-shadow siya. So, let's call this one X. This is S. And then this is X minus S. So, hanggang dito. Yan. So, yung length ng shadow niya is S. Ayan, yung length ng shadow. And then, yung length nito na natitira is X minus S. So, how to solve this one? So, gagamit tayo ng similar triangle, no? So, pagka niredraw natin yan as similar triangle, we will have 16, 6, we have X, X minus S, tsaka S. Ayan. Ayan. Okay? So, pag similar triangle, o yung malaking triangle, so, isolve natin to. Alin ba yung malaking triangle na tinutukoy ko? So, ito yung malaking triangle. At ang given dyan ay yung 16 tsaka yung x. So, gawin natin x over 16. So, equals yan dun sa maliit na triangle or similar yan dito sa maliit na to. So, alin tong maliit na to? 6 tsaka s. So, s over 6. Okay? So, since both are changing kasi, okay, bakit natin masasabing both are changing? So, ito, pagka naglakad papalayo si man, papunta dito sa direction to, lalaki yung x. And also, yung s natin ay lalaki din. Okay? So, but before that, para mas madali natin siya isolve, no? So, gawin muna nating cross multiply into 16s. Okay? And then, we can solve this one. We can derive it. So, 6 dx over dt is equal to 16 ds over dt. Okay? So, ba tayong rate dito? So, may rate tayo na 5 miles per hour yung pag-move niya. Ibig sabihin, um, yung dx over dt niya is 5 miles per hour. So, 6 times 5 miles per hour, 5 mph na lang, is equal to 16 ds over dt. Okay? So, magkakaroon tayo dito ng 30 divided by 16. So, ito yung ds over dt. Or pagbaligtarin natin, para hindi mas nakakalito, ds over dt is equal to 30 miles per hour over 16. So, which is equal to, okay, mali pala ako. Okay, so, ds over dt ko is 30. Tama ba? Rate at 5 miles per hour yung paglalakad niya. Ay, hindi. ds pala. Okay, may mali ako dito. Ulitin ko na lang. Okay, so a man 6 feet tall walks away from a lamppost 16 feet high at a rate of 5 miles per hour. How fast does the end of shadow move? Okay, so kung meron tayo ditong 16 feet na lamppost and then meron tayo ditong man na 6 feet and then how does then so ito yung end of his shadow. Yan. So let's call this one S. So kasi mula dito hanggang dito sa dulo, yun yung movement ng shadow niya. And then let's call this X. Yung rate ng move niya away from the tawag dito, from the lamppost, and then this is S. X minus S minus X pala. Sorry. S minus X. Okay? So again, if we were going to redraw it in a similar triangle, this is 16, this is 6, this is X, S minus X, and then this is S. Yan. So sa similar triangle, so we have the bigger triangle. So alin yon? Ito, in which ang kanyang side ay 16 tsaka yung S. Okay? So kaya S over 16. So equal yan sa smaller triangle na ito. Ang kanyang side ay 6 tsaka S minus X. So equals to sa S minus X over 6. Okay? And then we're just going to solve this one. Cross multiply muna. 6S is equal to 16S minus X. And then we can 16 pala. 16x. So magiging 16x is equal to 16s minus 6s. 16x is equal to 10s. So since both are changing, so i-derive natin to. So 16 dx over dt is equal to 10 ds over dt. Okay, so since ang nagmumove sa kanya ay yung dx, okay, so ito, nagmumove siya away from this one. So kaya magkakaroon tayo 16 times 5 miles per hour is equal to 10 ds over dt. So we will have ds over dt is equal to 16 times 5 miles per hour over 10, which equal to 8 miles per hour. So yan yung rate ng pag-move niya. Okay? So pag-move niya, pag-move ng shadow pala niya. And then, para naman sa pag-lengthen ng shadow niya, so kailangan natin mahanap yung S minus X. Okay? So, yun na lang natin ganito. So, para simple, so ito pa din yon. So, this is 6 feet, this is 16 feet, this is his movement, this is the length of his shadow, yung pag-lengthen naman ng kanyang shadow. Okay? So, in similar triangle, we will have 6 x plus s over 16 is equal to s over 6. Okay? So, magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng 6x plus 6s is equal to 16s. So, 6x is equal to 16s minus 6s. So, we have 6s is equal to 10s. So, pag dinerive natin to, 6dx over dt is equal to 10 ds over dt. So, meron tayong 10 dito, ds over dt. So, ilipat ko to dito. Pag-solve. So, ang dx over dt natin is 5 miles per hour. Then we have 10 ds over dt. So, looking for ds over dt, yung paglengthen ng shadow niya, we have 6 times 5 miles per hour over 10. So, the final answer is 3 miles per hour. So, yan na yung final answer natin. Okay, next. So, a light is placed on the ground. So, meron daw ditong light. Nasa ground daw siya, 30 feet away from the building. So, a man 6 feet tall walks towards the light. And, so, papunta siya dito sa light. So, nagkakas daw to ng shadow. Ang rate ng pag-walk niya is 5 feet per second. Okay. So, find the rate at which the length of his shadow is changing when he is 15 feet away from the building. So, itong man, tsaka yung building is 15 feet. So, ang mangyayari, pagka itong man ay papunta dun sa source of light, yung shadow niya is getting bigger and bigger. Okay? So, tingnan nga natin. So, this is 15. 15 din to kasi 13 total. Okay, then this is 6 feet. So, this is unknown. So, gawin natin tong x. Pero meron tayong rate dito na 5 feet per second. So, sabihin na lang natin, so this is y. So, pero gawin natin tong x. Bakit ginawa natin tong x? Kahit known naman natin na siya ay 15. So, since both x and y are changing. Bakit? Kasi itong si man lumalapit dito. Therefore, yung value na 15 is changing. So, yung initial value nito na 15 magbabago. So, kaya gawin nating variable. And then also, ito, yung shadow niya is magbabago din. Palaki ng palaki. Okay? So, gamitan natin ng similar triangle. We have 6 over x is equal to uh, y over 30. Okay? Y over 30. So, cross multiply, we have 180 is equal to xy. Okay? So, kaya lang medyo mahirapan tayo mag-derive nito. So, gawin na lang natin tong, pwede gawin natin tong y is equal to 180, 180 over x, which is, mas madali siyang i-derive. Okay? So, derivative nito, dy over dt is equal to, or kung gusto nyo, pwedeng dito na mismo, i-derive na natin to eh. So, derivative nito is 6 tapos 6 raised to negative 1 is equal to y over 30. So, derivative nito is negative 6 x raised to negative 2 is equal to magkakaroon pa tayo ng dx over dt dito and then dito dy over dt over 30. So, ibababa natin tong x raised to negative 2 maging negative 6 over x squared dx over dt is equal to dy o 1 over 30 dy over dt. Okay? So, ang hinahanap natin dito is yung rate of change nung shadow. So, yun yung dy over dt. So, magiging ano to? Um, negative 180 over x squared dx over dt is equal to dy over dt. Since may value yung ating dx over dt, which is yun yung movement niya na 5 feet per second. So, 5 feet per second. So, ano naman tong x squared na to? Ano itong x? Eh di, may initial value tayo ng x na 15. Yan. So, makukuha natin to. And the answer for this one is negative 4 feet per second. Okay, so, i-correct ko yung sarili ko. Sinabi ko kanina, kapag ka lumalapit ay lumalaki yung shadow. So baligtad ako. Pagka lumalapit etong man dito sa source of light, yung shadow niya is papaliit. Kaya ang nakuha nating answer dito is negative 4 feet per second. So, ibig sabihin, nung negative, paliit ng paliit, nababawasan. So the shadow is uh, getting shorter and shorter. Okay, next. So a gas is escaping from a spherical balloon at a rate of 2 feet per minute, 2 cubic feet per minute. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong rate ng pag ano ng volume na 2 cubic feet per minute pagbawas. So, how fast is the surface area shrinking when the radius is 12 feet per minute? So, kailangan natin ng volume ng sphere, tapos kailangan din natin ng surface area ng sphere. Yan. So, both are changing. So, kapag ka nag-shrink yung balloon, lilit yung volume as well as yung surface area. So, ang tanong, how fast is the surface area shrinking? So, the missing is, ito. So, yan yung missing. So, meron tayo dito na radius na 12 feet na given. Okay? So, i-derive muna natin yung volume. Or, so derivative ng volume, 4 thirds pi r cube. So, since the volume is changing, so yung changing din tong, ano natin, tag dito, etong radius. So, i-derive natin to. Derivative nito is dv over dt is equal to 4 thirds pi times 3r squared. So, huwag natin kalimutan dr over dt. Okay? So, meron tayong value nito which is 2 cubic feet per minute. 2 cubic feet per minute. And then, etong r squared may value tayo dito. Lagay ko muna. Mamaya na lang ako mag-cancel. Times 3 times yung r squared natin is 12 cubic feet per minute. 12 feet pala. Tapos i-square natin to. Ayan. So, mahanap natin yung value ng dr over dt. So, kaya na lang magpindot sa calcu. Hanapin natin yung value ng dr over dt. So, hayaan ko muna na may pi para hindi ako masyadong malito. So, 1 over 2,885. Yan, 1 over 288 pi. Value nito is sana, feet per sec, feet per minute. So, yan yung rate of change ng radius. Okay? So, pag ginanap naman natin, yung surface area is equal to 4 pi r squared. So, hinahanap natin to. So, i-derive natin with respect to time, 4 pi 2r times dr over dt. So, meron na tayong value nito. Ito na lang yung hanapin natin. So, dsa over dt 4 pi times 2 times 12 feet times yung dr over dt natin is 1288 pi feet per minute. Yan. So, mahanap natin ang surface area. So, the answer is 1/3 feet per minute. So, that's all. So, yun lang. Ganun lang siya kasimple. So, end of discussion. Thank you.